we have with us two wonderful ladies, remarkable in their very own way, content creators, authors, donning several hats. We have the Gold Squad girl, Shenaz, with 1.2 million followers. We have Harshita Gupta with 1.4 million followers. So, in a way, they are, ruling the world. So, huge round of applause because this is the new generation of women carrying the baton of success, balancing work life in every way, and an inspiration to almost everyone out there. Not just women, but even young boys, men, they all are taking inspiration from these two wonderful ladies. So, a warm welcome to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is Koshla Literature Festival, and we are talking about books. Both of you have already had sessions on your books and talking about that. We'll specifically focus on content creation because that's the in thing. Radio, as they say, is a dying medium. Print is also going, but digital is the way. And you both have ruled the digital world in your own way, and with content which is so relatable. We can relate to it, we can understand it, gives us joy, makes us cry, it inspires us in every way. So, Shenaz, tell us about your journey a bit. We have seen you in the movies, you have made us smile, we've seen you in advertisements, but how did the content creation?
It began actually by surprise. It was a while ago. I was actually living in the US. I was acting there and I was doing some shows and I was living there for 7 years. And I wanted to come back to India, but I didn't know what I would do in India. I was getting these small roles in big Hollywood films and then I was on a few shows there. But I was feeling lonely and I missed home. Someone told me about this app called Instagram. And I was like, oh. And then he was like, you actually, let me be clear. It's an ex-boyfriend. He was like, okay, bye. We parted ways. And because I'm telling you that because I have a book on my ex-boyfriends. Okay. So you'll see that in the book as well. One of the last things he told me was like, okay, great. But there's an app called Instagram. Like taking pictures. I think you'll like the app. Tata, bye-bye. That was the last thing he said to me. And so I was like, oh, fine. I downloaded Instagram. And I saw that it's a great app. You can take pictures of things you like, and I've always loved photography. So I started taking pictures with that. And then soon I realized that people are taking pictures of themselves. So I started putting on a tripod, and then I'd take a nice background, and then I'd sit there and take a picture of myself. And then I was like, this is boring. So then I started making videos, and I love traveling. I've been traveling ever since I started earning money. I used to travel. That's what I did with all my money. And I never bought expensive bag or shoes. I just traveled, right? And then I started, while I was traveling, I started making these videos, and I was like, wow, I'm, getting this following. It's so crazy. And so I started getting a following, and out of nowhere, I got a call from Ola, the cab service, and I'm in New York, and they're like, hey, will you come down here and travel 7 states in India, and we'll pay you for it, and you have to make videos of all these states. I was like, what? I can get paid for this? And that's how it started. I was like, okay, I packed up my apartment in New York right there and then. I gave my notice to my landlord, and I moved to India, and that's how it began. I was traveling in the back of an Ola, shooting videos, editing while I was, sitting in the back of the cab, doing everything myself. It was kind of scary because I was, traveling in all these states. And then from there it started. I got an apartment home. I came back to my family, and before I knew it, I was making money out of this. Something I was just doing for fun, and passion became a job that I loved for many years. So that's the story. Thank you.
Give you, I think, two important reasons to smile and be successful.
Absolutely.
So that's one way of turning your pain into success and happiness.
Yes.
Harshita, how about you? How did your content creation journey begin?
Yeah, I think it was out of pressure. I never really opted for Instagram. I was radio jockey with the Radio Mirchi. And that's the time when the whole digital wave came in, and my boss said, now you have to make videos. Like, I never made videos. I am very camera shy. I can't face camera. It's like, agar appraisal chahiye, to video banana padega. And I think uh, I was telling yesterday also that, when I shot my video for the first time, yahan lens tha aur main yahan dekh rahi thi. Because I didn't know how to look into the camera, write, shoot. But I think आज मैं उनको रोज thank you बोलती हूँ. Thank you so much that he pushed me, and in a way कि तब मैंने मजबूरी में शुरू किया था, but अब मुझे बहुत मजा आ रहा है.
Exactly, again the same thing, that the pressure build up made you do something which is remarkable. People look at it. The youth especially gets fascinated when they say the million follower benchmark, 1 million, 2 million, but they don't realize the amount of hard work, the pain, the want to reach this end. So
I think your mic is off.
Yeah. Change this. So tell us about your first viral content. Like, both of you began under pressure, and it was something you were not aware. You entered into this world and nobody knew that it's going to become the most glamorized profession and kind of the in thing for the marketers. Like, Instagram is where the entire marketing, the selling, the business is happening. And both of you are businesswomen in your own accord, right from selling things on Instagram to your own things, like the book is your product now. So, Shenaz, tell us about your first viral content, how it happened, and what was the feeling or the joy that you experienced after doing it?
Honestly, I can't even remember first viral content. I remember the last one, but the fig one, the Anjeer one was the last one. It went completely viral. But I think for me, it was just like a slow beginning. I really didn't know what I was doing when I started off. And that's the thing about this, is that there's no school for it. Maybe there are now, but when I started, there were no school for it. And it was just something that kept happening. It took me by surprise. In fact, being an actor, I never had a team. Or, like, I mean, people have managers and all, but I didn't even have that before. Like, I had a manager and agent in America. But, different, like, you have to actually manage, you have to have editors. You are running it like a business, because you have to figure out, like, how do you make this work? And it was just all like trial and error, take it till you make it kind of thing. So that's just how I did it. Even I'm still taking it till I'm making it. And some videos do well and some don't. And I have to say that, the thing is, it's a great job. I get to travel the world, do all of this. Sometimes it does feel like a job, because you have to use content every day, and that becomes a lot of pressure. We can talk about the pressures of all.
Yeah, we will talk about the pressure. Harshita, how about you? Tell us about your viral content.
Yeah, I think as Shenaz said, because she's very senior to me and she has started making content way back. I was not even there on Instagram, I guess.
India didn't know about Instagram, that's when.
Yeah.
I think I started in 2018.
2018?
Yeah.
Oh, no, then I think I was making content from last 2017.
So Instagram opened in 2016. That's how the app started. Then I was taking.
No, 2013 I had my account.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was in college.
Okay. Somebody please Google it. Okay, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, even I'm
2016 is when that person told me about Instagram. And then I started making like videos and all by 2014. That was when I really started. That's when I got the call from Ola.
Yeah, 2013 I had my account on Instagram.
So you are senior to me.
No. No, but I used
to. Well said and well played.
No, but I used to. I was in college back then. I used to post group pictures and all of that. Never professionally.
I didn't even know. 2013 it started. Okay.
Yeah.
10. So maybe I did pictures. I don't know when. Yeah. But properly, that Ola campaign, the first time I made money out of it was 2018 or 2019.
Oh, lovely. And I think if I talk about my first viral content, I used to do this series called Male Best Friend. And I have a friend, Sayyam. So, हम दोनों comic content creator हैं. We both are from UP, so our sense of humor matched a lot. And I still remember I was in my apartment, we both were writing the script down. And when we were writing the script, oh my god, we laughed like mad. And I think that time I didn't even know that it'll become a thing. It was just an individual video. And I think now there are altogether 35, 45 videos of that particular series, and people are crazy about it.
What is it about?
It's the toxic male best friendship. Toxic male best friendship.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
like this
wow.
male best friend is having a crush on you, but he can't tell you, and you are his friend, not a girlfriend.
And you like him or you
No.
don't like him? Oh,
So
nice.
it's-
I like that.
It's very toxic, and I sold my toxicity basically.
Lovely.
It works wonders. And I think the first campaign I got was from MX Player, this series called Ashram, where Bobby Deol is there. Yeah, so they reached out to me, and there's like, we have to make a video with you, yo. How much do you charge? Can you guess the number what I quoted?
I don't know. 10,000.
7,000. And they said, okay,
How many people?
100K followers. And I'm like, they said yes, and I was like, Arey wow, I was so happy I was making 7,000 out of those 100K followers. But then when I actually signed up an agency,
Yeah.
my mind was blown. I was like, shit, I am under loss.
And how about you, Shenaz? What was your first paycheck through this?
Actually, I think Ola paid me, I can't remember. I think something like 20,000, not much.
What?
Yeah, like I can't remember. I don't know if it was 20,000 or video or
You are also under loss.
Yeah, I can't remember. I still don't have an agency, by the way. So I don't.
You manage a set?
Yeah.
So talking about pressure, Shenaz, what kind of pressure one goes through while making a content? A lot of content is scripted, but I also feel some of the content is like instant. You just
Mine for years have not been scripted.
Yeah.
For years it's just been like I can't. I'm more spontaneous. I'm better spontaneous. If you tell me what are you going to speak over here, I'll be like I don't know. But as soon as I'm on stage or in front of the camera, I can just talk. But recently, actually, I started when there was IGTV. Remember IGTV? Yeah, that time you could make longer videos. That time it wasn't like Reels, which is so quick. You know, Reels are really, really quick. So it's just literally like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, max 1 minute. So, or 1.5 minutes. But so recently, in the past around 7 months, I was like, okay, I need to start scripting because otherwise it's all over the place. So I started. But even now, like I shot a video today, I'm much better when I'm like extempo, when I'm like asking people questions, just finding things out of the blue. And as a script, I feel very constricted. So, but that's my personality.
And do you write, Harshi? Like you
I
write
till date, I write all my scripts. I am not spontaneous at all.
Those are comedies. So you have to
Yeah.
write it.
So like my punches are there, my punchlines are there. But then I know a few comedians who do not write script and are like very funny.
Those are like Cyrus Pooja and Cyrus Akarna. You just have the gift
Yeah.
of just being right there.
Yeah, and I think even as I was talking about my friend Sayyam also, he never writes script. In fact, he makes fun of me. That you know why do you write scripts? I was like, bro, I can't perform unless I have a script in hand. But yeah, I have to write all my content.
Everyone has their own method.
Yeah, I know. I think each influencer is different, and the way they approach their content is again completely different. And each has its own set of audience. Like your audience is different, her audience is different.
Yeah.
So coming to you, who's looking up to Instagram and to this whole influencer thing, it's a new career option, and
Yes.
a lot of them. Like today, we had an event at Glasgow. It is all jam packed. You could see and influencers around the country they'd call, but the amount of crowd, and especially you could see faces like you, 13-year-old, 18-year-old, they were all standing in lines just to enter, and understand the whole thing. Since you both are already pro and seasoned into this, you have, been into this business, if I may say so, from the scratch. You see yourself making content for another 5 years, 10 years down the line?
I think yes, but in different format. Like I might do a podcast. That's
Okay.
also a content.
Yeah.
Story. So my final aim in the life is to be a stand-up comic.
Okay.
That is something I really, really cherish, and I hope I'll be able to do that one day. But that's also content.
Yeah, and I
So
think
my
your
platform will change,
Yeah.
but I'll continue doing content for the rest of my life.
and your content is evolved, like genres that you touch, like before marriage, right now after marriage, you have shifted and you have gone with the flow of life, whatever life is offering you, and you are
I feel my comedy content is a lot to do with my life.
Yeah.
Like I've milked my single life, I've milked my shadi karlo era, I've milked my marriage. There's nothing left.
and you and Papa.
Even Papa. Yeah. So I think being relevant, you can only be relevant if I will talk about my genre.
Yeah.
You can only be relevant if you are being relevant to yourself.
Right.
If you continue doing the same thing thinking ki nahi, it will work, one day it will become very stagnant. And you will also not have fun. I think it's very important to have fun while making content.
Right. And you have to change with the changing times. Shenaz?
You have to just be authentic to yourself and whatever you like and whatever you enjoy. So if recently, I mean, there's been times when I'm like, okay, I've been doing this for like 5 years now, and every time I travel, I have to shoot, and it's getting too much. Like, I just want to like travel without a camera. I don't want to talk to the camera. I just want to enjoy it. But every time I travel, I feel that pressure. I'm putting it on myself. I know. But oh my God, it's so beautiful. I have to shoot this, which after a while becomes pressure, and it does become toxic for you. And I think content creators don't really take holidays. I don't know when was the last time.
Even on a holiday, you
And even if we take a holiday, we feel so guilty about it.
feel guilty. Exactly. So I've come to that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm actually thinking, should I just close down in December, the whole month, and be like, look, I'm done for 1 month. Come back fresh in Jan. So I'm thinking about it, but again, I'm like, will it be okay? What if I get some brands? What if I have to do? You keep thinking that it's almost like a mom who just had a baby and then she feels guilty leaving her child.
Chenas, do you feel, I mean, this is a personal question, do you feel anxious of the numbers on Instagram?
The numbers, like not of the number of followers,
Traction.
the traction. Yes. Not anxious, but if a video doesn't do well, I feel a little bad. I'm like,
How
oh,
do you
shit, it
cope
didn't
up
do
with
well.
that?
Because sometimes a video will do really well,
Yeah.
and then you feel good about it. So it's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
a different
like,
dopamine.
rush.
Yeah.
It's up and down. So sometimes a video may not do well, and may not do well is how much, like 300,000 or something, which is still pretty good. But at the same time, we set these imaginary numbers in our head.
It's not imaginary. I feel so. Numbers still make me very, very anxious. I feel very anxious if my video doesn't perform well. Though I have a book, I have a business, but still, somehow numbers make me anxious. And people might say that numbers doesn't matter. Numbers has no relevance. But I feel number is everything because
So the
your
brands look at the numbers, the
yeah,
engagement. So if it's not doing well, then you don't get that many brands.
that's true. So
And
I
then
think
that-
that's the reason.
that does happen. But I have to say, content creators get paid so well that you can do one brand in a month and then not do one for 3-4 months, and you're still okay.
Yeah.
It depends on
It depends on the number.
It also depends on your lifestyle. Like I think I don't right now. I'm at the point where I don't feel like I want to put that pressure on my head. You can. It's a choice, right? You have to either put the pressure or not. I just want to have a calm life and not like this manic person looking at numbers and looking at Instagram all the time.
So how do you deal with that pressure? Like we have audience sitting who somewhere down the line want to, make a career or have a presentable Instagram ID wherein people have followers. When you are facing such low moments wherein your content is not attracting that traction, what do you do to keep your sanity alive?
I
Few
think
tips that you can give.
I think now, as Shenaz also said, now I have come to a point after 8 years that I decide my off days. Like when I'm traveling, I do not care what I'm putting out on Instagram. If I'm capturing things, if I'm making funny content, because when you see other comic content making, like when you see other comic content creators traveling, they make some amazing kick-ass funny reels. So that's the pressure on me as well. That oh, this person is making the funny content reel. I am not making it. But now I think I have chosen to take offs and not feel guilty about it. So it's all you have to train your brain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the question is it's pressure. Yeah, it's definitely pressure. It's 100%
But
pressure.
how do you deal with it? Like, what do you recommend to people who are not getting that traction and the number game is not up to the mark? What should they do at that point of time to keep the game going?
I think
Keep the game going. See, there was a point on Instagram, I don't know if you remember this, I think it was a year or two ago. People were posting 2 reels a day. I was like, dude, I'm posting like 3 reels a week. Yeah, all these companies were like Dolly and I used to post 2 reels a day. I think it was 2 years ago. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. So it's also how many do you post in a week. Now I'm like 2 to 3 reels in a week, because there was a time when I started and it was five. I'm not a day, sorry, 5 in a week, which is a lot.
which is a lot.
Which is a lot of pressure to put on yourself. And then your whole life is that. And regular people, I was just thinking today when I was driving around, that regular people have regular times,
Jobs.
like jobs, they're like 9 to 5 and they're chill. As a content creator, like say for me,
Yeah.
my reels do well at 8:30 a.m. or 10:30 at night, which means I'm gonna have to be awake at 10:30 checking, 11, always be on it, and I want to have a life. So there is pressure. I don't know what. Yeah, not take that pressure.
I know. So that's
It's
how
like
she
more
said.
like yoga.
No, I think so 3 years I went unrecognized. Okay, 17, 18, 19. 2020 is when my account lasted. Yeah. Like I got a sudden hike of 100K followers in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the real. So, जब आप नहीं चल रहे होते हो ना तो मोटिवेशन नहीं आता है. But that's the only time when you have to be consistent, and that is the time that will make you. अगर यार 5 मिलियन व्यूज आ रहे हैं, 10 मिलियन व्यूज आ रहे हैं, सबको मोटिवेशन आता है.
So right.
ठीक है. जब नहीं आ रहे हैं ना, तब when you believe in yourself कि no, one day it will happen. If you have immense faith in your content, if you have immense faith on yourself, the pressure that you put yourself on, like उस period of time के लिए, that's the time that makes you actually. Not when you're getting 10 million followers. It's very easy to make video. You have a lot of motivation.
So it's a lot about consistency. You have to be consistent,
Yes.
whether you get the numbers or you
Yeah.
don't get the numbers. And as Shah Rukh Khan says that you will work to reach to that level, do consistent hard work. But when you reach to that level, he's the one who does the utmost hard work. Never gives up even reaching.
Yeah,
at
but
that
you
level.
have to always remember that everybody has a high and everybody has a low.
Right.
Even Virat Kohli will retire, right? Like everybody. So today maybe we're on top, tomorrow we're not going to be. There's going to be other people. Something you have to make peace with in life.
Very true.
I agree.
So, coming to your book, which is also a form of content, and since we are in a literature festival and we want more readers and more writers, tell us about your book journey. And both of your books are on breakups and love lost and love found in a way. So, Harshi, tell us about your.
Yeah,
Unloved.
I'm not carrying my book, man.
Even I had a copy and I'm not carrying, but
Okay, so this
tell us
book is
about
called
your
Unloved. हमें सब सही से प्यार करना सिखाते हैं. Green flag, red flag, blah blah blah. Nobody teaches us how to stop loving someone you really love. That life happens, situation happens, circumstances happen. The person was stupid or whatever, but now you have to stop loving this goddamn person. Nobody teaches us that. So my book is all about it. It has my healing journey. It has a lot of tips and tricks which you can use while moving on, because I feel moving on is an art. Not everybody can do it graciously. And if you can move on with a lot of grace, with having self-love, I think you need to give yourself a lot of time. अगर आपका रिलेशनशिप से 5 साल का था, तो कोई डेफिनेट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम नहीं है कि आप 5 साल के बाद मूव ऑन कर पाओगे, 5 महीने में मूव ऑन कर पाओगे. Process it, live it. My book helps a lot with that. Also, after every chapter in my book, there's a page called AZ's Desk, That's a therapist page. So I feel that breakup is not physical, it's mental also. Okay, it's 50-50. It's just not that you're not gonna have coffee with this person next morning. It's a lot to do with your mental thing. So that therapist has kind of decoded my breakdown mental state, so that in case, because when I had panic attack for the first time, I didn't know it's a panic attack, or I didn't know how to stop my overthinking. So my therapist has kind of penned down a lot of things. She's not my therapist; she's a therapist friend, because obviously you can't be friends with your therapist. So she has kind of decoded all of it, my mental state during breakdown. So because in India it's a taboo to go to a therapist.
Yeah, and we don't realize that, as you said, that there has to be a mental separation as well.
Yes,
When you are in a relationship, you are thinking that
you're
I'll have
mentally
coffee with that
and
person.
physically together.
Entire time that person is on your head, and even after breakup, that person is on your head for some other reason, like you're missing or you're crying. It's all going in the back of your mind.
Exactly.
You
Everything
have
is
to
yours.
end that. When the physical separation has happened, but the mental separation has not happened, and we don't go to you. We don't go to therapists. We don't recommend doctors to one another. We're like, चलो chill मार लो.
यार मैं तो हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि जो ब्रेकअप है वो दिल पे चोट होती है, ठीक है? एंड आपको जब कभी चोट लगती है, यू गो टू अ डॉक्टर, राइट? सो दिल वाली चोट आपको सिर्फ दिख नहीं रही है, बट चोट स्टिल देयर, एंड यू नीड टू फिक्स इट टू हील.
Did the book happen like a planned thing, or it was an instant? Like how did the idea came to your head that I should do a book on it?
Yeah, this generation is known to be a generation of broken hearts, and I am one of them. Just that. And all of my friends these days are giving up on love. As I said yesterday also in my book session, everybody is giving up on love. They're like, Harshi, I can't love again. I don't want to I don't want to love again. I just want to go work and do this and that. But I feel like गलत इंसान की वजह से, गलत situation की वजह से, you can't give up on love altogether. It's one of the most beautiful feelings in the world. And I don't want people to give up on love. So my book is Hope. To love again with a broken heart, because to love again with a broken heart is strength. It needs a lot of strength to be vulnerable again.
And love makes the world go round. We've got
Yeah.
to believe in the same. Shenaz, how about your book?
So my book is about a girl who's had many breakups. Okay, so
Right.
it's about this girl's life from when she's 5 to 40. Okay,
Wow.
and every boy that comes into her life that leaves an impact. Okay, so at the end of it starts, and every chapter starts with a question. Like, are there rules to break up? Do we love bad boys because they free us from being good girls? Things like that. So it starts with questions. And then at the end of every chapter, there's a recipe. Because I think food is really an important part of every relationship. So there's a recipe, but there's also a life lesson. And I'll read some to you so I show you. And then there's also where is he now? Because that person moves on. And then there's 3 thank yous and a sorry. Because no matter what happened, how bad you think that person was, there's always something to thank him for, and there's always something to say sorry for. Because both of you are always, can't always be just one person's fault, right? It's always your fault too. So it's about this girl who has a lot of hope. So every time she gets heartbroken, then she picks herself up and she meets someone new, and then a new story starts. So it's about all these different stories and all these different guys she meets along the way that makes her who she is. And she learns a lot from different guys. And the people who were in my session yesterday, I read about like one of the guys. He taught her how to like edit, make videos. Actually, one of my ex-boyfriends taught me that. And like maybe he's not in my life, but now I'm editing and making videos. He told me you can be much more than be just an actress. And then I'm like, wow. I was like, so today I'm here today because of him. He's gone, but I thank him for that. So, in your journey of life, you will meet many people who will leave some impact on your life. And that's what the book is about.
Lovely. So what made you do this book? Like she said, she saw a lot of broken people and she thought that this is going to be the self-help book for them. What was your inspiration behind
My
your book?
inspiration behind I told you I was living in America and I was an actor and I had a lot of time because as an actor you just go for auditions and you get one in a week or something. So you have a lot of time. And I always loved writing. I still love writing. and I was always wanted to write a book, and I feel like I have so many stories. Like when I sit with friends, I'm always telling stories, and everyone tells me you should write a book because I've had some crazy experience. And so they were like, you should write a book about. And with the guys as well, there've been some crazy people I've dated as well, very interesting people. So this book is about that. I've taken stuff from my own life, my friend's life, and I've written it.
Yeah. So both of your books are about your personal journey, your life experiences, and there's
Mine is not like written in first person.
okay.
Mine is about a girl and her different boyfriends, basically. It's about a girl and all her boyfriends.
But like people who read your book, and especially those people who can connect or who know that this piece has been written on me or about me, especially your book, Harshita. I've read first 2 3 chapters, wherein you're talking about the person, you have changed the name and you're not. But do you think the person while reading the book, will have an impact on him? Like it's very hard to write down your personal thing, knowing when there's somebody else involved and it could impact his life, his thing, come what may. So
I hope he never reads the book.
okay. Because then I was reading, I was like, what if that person is reading?
But
it?
is he in? He's in India. He's Indian. So then he'll probably read it.
I don't know.
You are all over the place. Everyone would love to read.
I just hope he doesn't read the book. It's not going to be right for his mental health.
Exactly. That was
Then
the
he
thing
would
that
need a
came
therapist
into
for
mind.
sure.
My book, I think there have been some people who are like, I think that's me. Wrote about me, and I'm like, how do you know?
You can read
So then,
few things.
yeah, but then they're like, So some of them have like in this book. It's not just about like the bad things. It's a beginning, middle, end. It's like a love story, but it's many love stories. It's 22 love stories that happen to the same girl at different
And is that girl
phases
you?
of her life.
Is that girl you?
You never know.
Yes.
But I think one thing that I would like to say is that my book starts with me having a breakup, but it ends where I'm getting married to the love of my life.
And I saw the lovely pictures.
Yeah, so I believe कि प्यार कई बार हो सकता है. I'm not like a firm believer of a thing कि प्यार एक ही बार होता है. Bullshit. बहुत बार होता है. Now अब नहीं होगा, but I think
You never.
because I'm married.
क्यों नहीं होगा?
I'm married. I hope. But यार हाँ. So this book has a breakup story, but it ends where I'm getting married. So this is the journey. Yeah.
So your book is the in-between time for all these chapters. Like
Yeah.
this girl breaks up, and then you don't see her healing process. You see her you see the next guy.
Yeah.
So yours is like the in-between mine.
When it comes to content and platform, both of you have a million followers on Instagram. How do you keep up with other platforms as well, like Facebook? There's threads coming, and there's so many other platforms as well. Do you think, as a content creator, you should have your presence on almost all the social media platforms, or you should stick to one? How should you juggle and manage these?
I'm asked to get on the other apps, but I don't care. I don't have a bandwidth. I don't have a time. I don't have time. I don't have a bandwidth as well. YouTube is mostly long form content, no matter कितने भी shorts आ जाए, but जो आपको पैसे कमाने हैं ना, पैसे आप long form video से ही कमा सकते हैं. In the end, so shorts doesn't pay you. So my agency tells me that start doing YouTube. A lot of other people tell me कि अरे YouTube क्यों नहीं कर रही हो? Facebook तो I don't care about Facebook anymore. But जब मुझे करना होगा stand up में तभी YouTube कर पाऊँगी. मेरे पास bandwidth नहीं है to make fresh content for YouTube.
So it depends on you. You have to decide which platform suits best
Yeah,
for you
yeah.
and how much can you
Yeah,
manage
threads.
and have it on.
See, platforms will keep coming. I think you need to choose कि तुम्हें क्या करना है. A lot of people come and tell me, why don't you do Snapchat? I don't have bandwidth. That's why I'm not doing Snapchat.
There's no time. There's a lot. But this is what I do, is that the same content, I just put it on shorts. And then when I travel, I do long form. But yes, for long form, you have to do horizontal. For short form, you have to do vertical.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. So I never did the horizontal. Until recently, like last couple of months, trips, I started doing horizontal and vertical. But it's a lot of work. It definitely is. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to do less on Insta, try YouTube. Because I'm kind of done with these like very short reels. Like I rather do long. I prefer long form content.
I prefer short.
Exactly. And then with Snap,
Yeah.
you can earn money from Snap because Snap pays you well. But I don't even know how to use Snapchat. But I have a girl who actually puts it on Snapchat, and I'm doing really well on Snapchat. Actually.
Wow.
So she just does it for me. So you have to hire people, and you have to put it everywhere. I've even started a podcast. So that's on YouTube. So you have to, but then someone says you have a separate podcast channel. So like I've already built up so many thousand followers on YouTube. Now I'll have to build another. So it's all trial and error. Really, nobody can tell you how to do it. And YouTube is very hard, it's tough enough to crack, especially with SEO and all these things. So much stuff that you just have to figure out on your own. Because there's no school for it.
जब आके कोई बोलता है ना कि ये तो कोई भी कर सकता है तो कर लो.
Very true. So, this whole ball game of influencer thing, you said you have an agency, she doesn't have an agency.
I'm surprised.
What do you recommend people who are planning to enter this business or who are midway into this? What should you do? Whether you should have an agency or you should figure it your own
It's
way?
all to each his own.
Yeah, actually.
As with agencies, I just didn't have fun because I felt like I've been in this business so long. I like talking to people, and then I feel that I like it when they come. I speak to them and stuff. So, but then sometimes it gets too much in a day or like replying to so many messages. Asking. So now I'm thinking maybe I should have an agency. It all depends on.
But I think
Everything.
ऐसा मुझे लगता है कि you don't go to an agency.
The agency comes.
The agency should come to you. Because if you are going to an agency, they're not going to treat you as well as they treat people as they are going to. So, like all the agencies that I've worked with, they reached out. I never reached out to an agency as an artist because that's very important. And I don't know about other agencies. I've always worked with very, very good agencies. Like right now, I'm with Collective Artist Network. So that's an agency that manages Ranveer Singh, Veer Das, Amit Tandon, Deepika. So it's India's biggest agency. So it depends ki what kind of agency you're signing up for. There are very shady agencies also. So I'll be very honest ki you need to choose your agency very wisely and very well.
And even if they come to you, you should be picky.
You should be very picky because see, if you have numbers and if your content is good, if you know that you're gonna kill it, so then you can be very snooty with agency. I like it any which ways.
It's all about self-belief and confidence. But as they say, that motivation is not a monthly thing. You have to motivate yourself on a daily basis and maybe on an hourly basis. What do you go through? Keep yourself motivated.
I have to check my bank balance. That's the best motivation one can ever have.
Lovely.
I actually really love. Depends. When I started, I was traveling non-stop, and I do love to travel. But now I'm kind of like don't want to travel all the time, so I make content on other things as well, like lifestyle as well. And I'm very socially conscious. I feel like if I have these many followers, I've reached a stage in my life where I want to give something to the world. And this may sound boring to some, but like when you reach a certain age, you feel like it's about something more. And I really want, like when I'm traveling, I feel really sad and depressed when I see so much litter and garbage, all of that. I feel sad when I see so much pollution. Even though it's quite bad, I'm coughing it. And I feel like, hey, I have so many numbers, I can make some sort of difference. So that for me is a motivation. Like, okay, I can make some videos that people like, but then I also want to make some social videos because that's my way of giving back to the world.
Wow.
So that motivates. I swear that really. And sometimes I feel sad because sometimes I put up a video maybe can be about the government or something and I've had to take it down and things, but that makes me feel like okay, I'm doing something. Something worthwhile.
My only motivation is my bank balance.
And that's the biggest motivation, I would say, for many people around. You
But
both,
as a content creator, you do make good money. And then after a while, whether, I don't know, like for me, like after a while, it's not just everything, you know.
But then for that, you can choose the different platform. Like, as I was saying now, like I chose book, writing a book.
No, but not that many people are reading my book, like that many people are watching my Instagram. So I would, if I have 1 million plus followers, I want to do some good. I want to entertain as well. But firstly, I don't want to be a travel agency. So don't come to me and ask me for an itinerary. I want to tell stories that I am interested in. So I like to tell stories. I'm a storyteller, what I feel. And I like to do something that I believe in, like social.
you want to create an impact in the world.
I want to, yes, that would be my, always like, what is your legacy? Like, what are you doing? Because after a while, you have like that, you just feel like your life will go by and you'll just feel like, okay, this was all the fun I had, but what did you do?
I think you've already earned all those paychecks and you've arrived to that position.
No, I'm
No,
not doing
it's
that.
I was watching this podcast of Nikhil Kamath with Tanmay, Naz Daily and all of that. So Naz ने एक बात बोली थी कि एक content creator का shelf life is 7 years, and I believe in it. Because now I somehow don't feel the same energy that I used to feel when I started making content. I mean, when I was not getting views, then too I was making 4 videos a week, 5 videos a week, which was a lot. So as Naz said, and that's true, I think Tanmay is one person who has experimented with content on another level. Matlab, this guy has evolved after every 2 years. It's not easy. So that time it was like I was highly motivated to do this and that. But I think now, as they said, कि creator का shelf life is 7 years. You continue doing that, but तब तक आपको diversify कर लेना चाहिए. Like
And
doing,
you have done it beautifully. Like you
Yeah,
started your chicken curry brand.
I'm trying.
Oh, you have a chicken curry.
Yeah. Entrepreneur as well now.
Yeah, you have. It's true. Your energy, even my energy. I was living out of a suitcase, traveling, and I was shooting and doing everything, editing on my own. All the yes, your energy is
Yeah.
you get depleted. It's draining. But I guess for every job, also any job, I just put an Instagram story 2 days ago. Any job you do, every day, it starts feeling like a job. In the beginning, it didn't
Yes.
feel like a job. Now it feels like a job. So you have to make it exciting for yourself. Like you said, explore other content, other things. Maybe do something that makes you feel good, or do content that you're interested in.
Yeah. You both are kind of girls like have the favorite food types. But if I have to ask who's your favorite content creator and your favorite author, who would that be?
For me, it's me.
Okay. Hands down, it's me.
Yeah, I don't want to think. For me, it's me.
I actually really like Nas, and especially his 1 minute videos in the beginning.
Amazing.
I would say even he had his shelf life.
Yeah.
But his 1 minute videos were so good.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. And in terms of writers, I'm reading this book right now, 40 Rules of Love. I don't know if you
Yeah,
it's so good.
it's an amazing
I'm
book.
really loving it.
So it's one book I think everyone should read. It's an amazing.
There's so much
If
value.
you believe in love, you should read that book.
But it's not just about love.
No,
Everything,
it's
yeah.
about everything. It's
Yeah.
about love, right? All. It's my go-to book. I
Yeah?
love that book
That's
so
great. So, at the moment, it's like in my hotel room. So yeah.
So I think that's about it. We have reached the timeline. We're open for questions. Harshita Gupta and Shenaz is all yours. Any questions from the audience? Yes, please.
हेलो हाय मेरा नाम ऋषभ है और मैं हर्षी को तो मैं बहुत पहले से फॉलो कर रहा हूँ तब मैं देखता था और मैं तब आपको डीएम भी करता था कि मुझे रेडियो में आना है और वो 4-5 साल रेडियो में आया अभी मैंने
Okay.
ब्रांड के साथ work किया अब फिर वो टाइम आ गया कि रेडियो से चल के अपना कुछ करना
अब तो तुम्हें कर लेना चाहिए. बहुत लेट हो गया वैसे
हाँ.
भी.
तो मैं जब आपको देखता हूँ, आपका कंटेंट देखता हूँ, तो उसमें दो चीजें दिखती हैं। एक तो लगता है कि बहुत पार्ट है, और
एक
बहुत
एक I can't hear you.
जब मैं आपका कंटेंट देखता हूँ तो मुझे उसमें दो पार्ट दिखते हैं, बहुत इजी पार्ट, बहुत टफ पार्ट। इजी पार्ट शूट एंड एडिट, मे बी शायद उसमें एडिट इतना नहीं होता, तो वो
Right.
बेस्ट पार्ट मुझे लगता है कि यार एडिट ही नहीं है, वन टेक क्या है ऐसा।
Yeah.
लेकिन जो सबसे डिफिकल्ट पार्ट लगता है मुझे लगता है कि जिस तरीके से आप लिखते हो और उसे एक्ट करते हो,
Yeah.
क्योंकि कैमरा के सामने एक्ट करना तो कैमरा से बात करना है, उसके सामने एक्ट करना है ताकि वो रियल लगे,
Right.
वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है। कई बार मैंने खुद भी ट्राई किया, लेकिन मैंने खुद उसे देखकर ऐसा लगा कि यार ये फेक हो रहा है, लोग पता नहीं, मुझे ऐसा लगा कि यार लोग सोचेंगे क्या है ऐसा, क्योंकि आपको भी ऐसा लगता है और आपने वो लेवल पे कैसा है कि अब ये सही लग रहा है।
I think practice. When I started making content, I was so fake in front of the camera. मेरा खुद की वीडियोस देखने का मन नहीं करता था, और मुझे लगता था कि I was very artificial in front of the camera initially because I was camera conscious, I was camera shy, as I said. So it came with time. I think with practice, something that you do regularly. तुम वीडियो बना, okay, so if you don't have that confidence, make the video, don't post it, but make it regularly, because that will kind of brush up your acting and talking skills in front of the camera. I'm not an actor, she's an actor, but I enact my own scripts. That's what I do. And I think my content is, unless I find it funny, I never put it out. मुझे हंसी आनी चाहिए, अगर मुझे हंसी नहीं आ रही है, then I'm never gonna put out, I'm never gonna put out my content कि हाँ शायद उसको funny लग जाए, नहीं मुझे नहीं लग रहा तो उसको नहीं लगेगा.
That's a good tip.
That's another question actually. How many videos that you make do you not put out there?
So now there's no video as such. I discard
I
scripts.
sometimes discard videos. Like I'm
But
like,
like because you're spontaneous, no, I always write. So I discard scripts. You should have asked me ki, how many scripts I discard.
correct. How many do you discard?
I discard a lot of my scripts. Unless I find it funny, I don't post it.
And how many people in your team?
So I think now I have hired my PA recently. It's been a month. And rest I do on my own.
All editors and
Everything.
you have them at edit. Yeah, okay. And shoot it with your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My phone.
Yeah, the phone is amazing. Yeah, seriously.
Which
the phone-
brand of phone do you guys recommend for
Wow,
the best
no.
content to be
Unless
made?
unless the brand gives me money, I don't talk.
You'll not call. That's again a tip there. Don't
एक और-
endorse brands if they don't pay you.
मेरा एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन है आप दोनों से, कि अभी तो एआई का बहुत ज्यादा ट्रेंड हो गया है, चैट गॉड एआई सब हैं, सब सीख रहे हैं, सब आपको गाइड कर रहे हैं, बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प करने के लिए बहुत सारे क्रिएटर बल्क कंटेंट बना रहे हैं, तो आप दोनों पूछ रहे हो एआई
यार चैट जीपीटी इज नॉट माय फनी, उसमें वो देसी ह्यूमर नहीं है. चैट जीपीटी मेरे स्क्रिप्ट के किसी काम का नहीं है. इट हेल्प्स मी राइटिंग मेल्स, नथिंग एल्स.
For me, it helps. Like if I go to a new, it's actually very helpful for me because if I go to a new place and I want to find like, okay, what kind of, where do I need to go? What do I need to do? Before I had to do a lot of research. And again, I'm a spontaneous person. So even though I know this is my job and I should be doing research and going to the place, I still land up there and I'm like, okay, now where do I go? So, so ChatGPT is really helpful if you're a travel content creator. Just tell you, and it lays out the city for you, what places, and where should I go for this, that. So it is
So it
helpful.
helps you make your itinerary.
It definitely does.
It gives you the basic guideline.
It gives you a
If don't
basic-
know anything about the place. It is
Yeah, so it's
pointers,
quite-
research.
Yeah, it's really quite helpful. It's crazy. But now people are making content with AI. I don't know how to do that. They're making replicas of themselves,
Yeah.
all kinds of crazy things. So I don't know. I'm not that tech savvy.
You have a question here?
यस मैम, अभी आप लोगों की टॉक देखी, बहुत ही एफिशिएंटली आप डिस्कस कर रहे हैं उस इवेंट पे. मेरा नाम संजय शर्मा है, मैं एडिशनल एसपी हूँ यहाँ पुलिस में. पक्का मैं आपकी बुक जरूर पढ़ूंगा, अभी तक नहीं पढ़ा है, शहनाज मैम की. ठीक है, आप इतना डीपली बात कर रहे हैं कि मूव ऑन करने की बात. मेरा तो क्वेश्चन वही रहेगा कि मेरे समय में नहीं होता था, लेकिन उस प्यार को और कितना गहरा करें उसके बारे में भी तो कुछ बताइए. जो है
I can't
मूव
hear
ऑन की
you.
बात नहीं है, जो ऑलरेडी चल रहा है ना, जिससे
सर आप थोड़ा सा माइक नीचे करिए.
नीचे करते हैं.
हाँ, up.
अभी आर यू गेटिंग माय वॉइस?
Now it's audible.
Huh?
He's trying to say that how deep is the love that you're
Yeah.
going through right now. Like जो breakups हो गया, that you've written about, read about it, ये हो चुका है.
You have
But the
talked a
current
lot.
love of your life, that is happening. how
हाँ,
deep and how.
Who are you
that
asking this question?
नहीं, you have talked about the move on. हाँ, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ कि जो है उसको और गहरा करे, उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए।
उससे ज्यादा गहरा हो नहीं सकता, अब वो बहुत ज्यादा गहरा हो चुका है।
नहीं, वो तो डे बाय डे गहरा होता रहता है।
अब गहरा होता ही रहेगा ना। कैसे गहरा होता है?
और बताइए उसको और कैसे
और गहरा कर दूं?
He's asking for tips to make that love more gehra.
I think communication. It's very important in a relationship. No,
communicate.
and when I say communication, I'm telling you to have uncomfortable conversations because those are very important to have in a relationship. जिससे आप सब mostly लोग भागते हैं because confrontations is somehow.
नहीं, कम्युनिकेशन के अलावा और क्या किया जाए कि अगले को लगे कि बहुत
वो police officer है, he'll question you like, you know, he's asking.
फिर और
नहीं पता था.
नहीं, हम लोग जैसे उससे आते थे।
I think to be able to resolve conflict, what a therapist looks like, to be able to resolve conflict in a good way. You know, I think everybody has fights, but to be able to resolve the fight without getting crazy and shouting, sit down, actually have that conversation, hear each other, see each other, understand from that person's point of view. It's hard work. Relationships are work because it's very easy to just be on the surface. If you really want deep love, you have to work at it.
I think it boils down to respect. अगर communication है, conflict resolution आपने कर लिया, and you have respect for that person, love automatically grows.
Yeah.
मैम, उसमें आपसे पूछना हो कि मैं जेंट्स हूँ, गर्ल्स क्या पसंद करती है, मैं और फैसिलिटी दूंगी।
Communication. बात करिए उनसे। अच्छा ठीक है कि फोन मत रख दीजिए। बस. That'll help you.
Any other question? One last question we'll have, and then we'll wrap up.
Harshi ma'am, this is Arjit here.
Hi.
And basically spoke about the concept of scripting your own
Concept of?
packages.
Yeah.
And you also, the recent past, you spoke about use of AI.
Yeah.
So because I know that as a RJ, you always interact with youngsters today. So do you feel that young generation should take the art of writing when they are
They should
aspiring
take the art of writing seriously.
Yes, because when they enter your profession, they should know writing before trying to go into AI or that.
Of course.
Because that has to be overall output of the product.
See, I can talk about my genre, and that is comedy. Every comedy is different. Every funny is different. So if you don't know you're funny, AI will not be able to help you. AI can be a catalyst. I don't know if it is being a catalyst to comedians, but you should know how to write and you should improve your writing skills every now and then, and that will also only happen with practice. Guys, move to digital, it's over.
Thank you, Lucknow, so much for coming on a lazy winter afternoon. We had some fun conversation. Thank you so much, Harshita and Shenaz. Both of you are powerhouses in your own accord. More power to you. Keep the lamp of women empowerment, if I will say so, high, and keep doing wonderful work and inspiring people out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.